Hi, I'm teaching artist Petra and I'm going to show you the basics of using the software iMovie on an iPad. Let's get started. So the first thing I want you to do is to find the purple icon. It has a star with a little camera in the center of it, and click on that to launch the program. Next, you'll see a project list, and any movies you've made will show up here. One word of advice is you always should name your projects, because when you start making multiple projects, it makes it easier to find things when you have unique names. Another cool feature in the projects section is the 3 categories that you can choose from. You can make a magic movie, which edits for you. You just put in the footage and it creates a movie. You can create a storyboard, which has various templates where you can make things like a professional Hollywood trailer, a travel log, and even a cooking show. Or you can make a traditional movie where you make the decisions. You're the director. And this is what we're going to use for this project. Another unique thing about iMovie is that it auto-saves your project. So click on Movie and let's start creating. Once you do that, you will land in the project interface. So let's take a moment and get to know the area. In the upper left-hand corner, you'll see the viewer, and that's where you can look at your clips and review them. It's also where things will pop up if you're creating graphics. The corner on the right is where you find your media and your photos and videos, and there's also links to other special effects. Whenever you take pictures or film using the iPad, it will all fall into the Photos section of the iPad, and it will automatically link to iMovie. If you look below that, you see 2 different categories. Media gives you special effects for media, and audio gives you special effects for audio, like sound effects or music. Down at the bottom, we have the timeline. That is where you edit. That is where you drop down the different elements and put together your story. There'll be several tracks. There'll be a video track and there'll be an audio track, but you can also create more than one audio tracks if you want music and sound effects. And if you add graphics, that might be another track. So you might be working with 1 to 4 different tracks. If you look below the viewer, you see a little microphone icon. That's where you can do voiceovers. And next to that is a little camera. If you push that, you can actually film or take pictures through iMovie. And it's a higher quality video footage. So there's 2 cameras on the iPad. There's one that you find on the dock, but there's also one inside iMovie. So the one inside iMovie has a slightly higher video quality. On the left-hand side, there is a little zoom control where you can zoom in and out while you're filming. That's a basic tour, but I want you to take some time and look around and explore. Now let's learn to edit. Find a clip that you want to put on your timeline. Select it. You know it's selected because there's yellow around it, and hit the plus sign. It will drop where your cursor is in the timeline. What is the cursor? It's that white line. Again, you know that you've selected the clip because there's yellow around it. And what you saw me do is take the clip and then make it shorter or longer, depending on what you want. So select it, put your cursor where you want to move it, and simply roll in or out to make the clip longer or shorter. So remember, you have to place the cursor wherever you want the next clip to land. And to make the clip go onto the timeline, you have to select the plus button. Now let's play around with some other effects. Let's add some music or sound effects. Go to the section next to media and click on audio, and then you can select from either music or sound effects. You can drop it in the same way by using the plus sign. And if you don't like it, you can select it and hit delete. Now, let's check out the sound effects. Select the area that you want to add the sound effect. If it's something specific, you can type in the name, or you can just explore and drop it in. If you want to split your clip into 2 clips, select your clip on the timeline. You'll see the yellow bars, and then some new functions will show up at the bottom of the page. You'll see actions with scissors, you'll see speed adjustment. So if we want to split the clip, we need to put the cursor where we want the clip split and then select. If you want to make your clip faster or slower, adjust the speed. Titles for credits or quotes are also found in this section. There's a lot to choose from. Take a peek, pick the one you want, double click, and it will show up on your timeline. It will show up on top of your image. You can then modify it. You can also work with filters and adjust your picture to make it black and white or have a cartoon effect. iMovie has some really great advanced features. If you love learning about iMovie, check out YouTube. There's a lot of great tutorials. So number 1, when you click on a picture or a video clip, you have the plus sign, but you also have the option to select cutaway, picture in picture, where you put a small picture inside a picture, split screen, where you put 2 pictures next to each other, or green screen, where you superimpose 2 images on top of each other. Now, how do you do green screen? Well, let's start by shooting some footage in front of a green or blue screen. It should be well lit. And then you need to select what footage you're going to have underneath it. So first you need to put the footage you're going to put the green screen footage on top of on your timeline. Then you need to go to your media browser and select your green screen footage. You can make it shorter or longer. And remember, you need to select on the timeline exactly where you want your footage to go. Then you need to select the green screen option. You can't just drag it on top of your other image. It won't work. You have to select green screen. It's very magical. But it still might not look perfect. So go up to the upper right-hand side of the viewer and you'll see a couple little features. One will allow you to crop it. The other one will allow you to make the image brighter or darker. It can be a little bit quirky, but stay encouraged, stay focused. The speed setting is found next to the action setting. That allows you to make your video clip go faster or slower, or to freeze it. The rabbit makes it go faster and the turtle makes it go slower. Final tips. Number 1, some people don't like the Ken Burns effect. He's a famous documentary filmmaker, and whenever you use a picture, it automatically is just going to zoom in. So if you don't like that, double click on the picture and down below, hit the Actions button and it'll allow you to disable the Ken Burns effect. When you turn the Ken Burns effect off, your picture will no longer move. In the same area, you can also zoom the picture in or out. On the upper right-hand side of the viewer, there are 2 different icons. The question mark is like a little cheat sheet, and it will give you little tips about where everything is and how to do things. Hit it once to see it, hit it again to turn it off. Next to it, there's a settings dial, and that's a great place to find filters and other cool effects. And last but not least, how to save your movie. When you're done editing, go to the left corner and hit done. It will take you to a projects page. You'll see a clip of your video and the name of it. You'll see edit, and below that there'll be 3 icons. Hit the arrow. When you go to the arrow, it will take you to another page where it says copy, save video, save to files. Allow it to completely save before turning off the computer, and you'll find it in your photos file. Remember, iMovie saves automatically on your timeline, but this is the way to save an external file on your desktop, one that you can share on Google Drive or upload to YouTube. Happy creating!